Hello Dukes family, how are you? Today we're going to be working with our core Pilates classes that we run inside Dukes, but I'm going to run you through some exercises down here on the mat so you're able to do them at home. So today all you're going to need is your mat in the way of equipment. I want you to make sure everything you do today, even more than usual, is very slow and controlled. Okay, there's no fast movements in any core or Pilates movements, so keep that in mind. It's not the faster and the harder, the better. The slower and the more controlled, the better. You're going to get brownie points for going slower today, which isn't usual. And I also want you to be mindful of especially your lower back, okay? If your lower back starts hurting, it means your tummy's given up and now your lower back's doing the job of your tummy. Now that's a negative. We've gone from doing a positive, which is tightening up and strengthening all of this area, to all of this turning off and only our back hurting. So you've either gone too hard, okay, or you're doing it incorrectly. So just have a look at yourself. Maybe you need to make some adjustments. You might just need to have a rest. It's no big deal. And the other thing to watch out for is your neck. You shouldn't be getting a tight neck, okay? That just means you're pulling your neck out of position, or you've ended up with a poke head, okay? Make sure, again, it's just the same old correct posture, all right? Shoulders down and back, tummy tight, breathing and chin up, and you'll have it all right. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, we're down on the mat, or if you can't get down on the mat, remember, pop up onto the bed, anywhere that's suitable that you're going to be able to lay down, and a surface that's going to be stable enough. Okay, you'll notice the clock is on. I have the remote in my hand. We're going to be doing 1 minute rounds, one after the other. We're going to flow straight into the next one, straight into the next one. This one's been structured, so we've put each exercise next to one another to make it the easiest possible to flow straight onto the next exercise, the next, and the next. Okay, 1 minute each exercise, okay? So, first up, we're going to be doing glute bridges with our arms straight up in the air, okay? A little bit different than the usual ones we do. So, let's get started. Arms straight up in the air, feet shoulder width apart, and driving through those heels. Arms up towards the roof. Like I said, we're going to be doing 1 minute rounds. Good. Hips as high as possible, all the way up. Very good. Really squeezing those glutes at the top, guys. That's what we're trying to concentrate on. Remember to drive through those heels. Remember to breathe as well. And remember, 1 minute per exercise. Good. Excellent, we're nearly there, we're nearly there. 3, 2, 1, and hands onto our legs and coming up. So we want the roof crunches. Our hands are on our legs like sliders, okay? This will stop you from jerking up, okay? So you might only be able to get an inch. It doesn't matter, okay? What matters is you have the correct form. If you get that control and you've got it all sorted and you start feeling anything through your neck, make sure you come behind, support that head, and up and down. Nice and controlled. All about control, guys. Good, I'll go back to the slides. Perfect. Good, we've got 10 seconds. We've got a similar exercise, but we're going to do a pulse version. Good. Okay, and pulsing at the top. Okay, everyone's top will be different. So it's as far as you could get up in the last one, get to the top, and small pulses, okay? The tummy's working hard the whole time. We're not getting a rest down at the bottom. We're staying up the top. This is a tough one, guys. Hang in there. And remember, any lower back pain, any neck pain, you've got to stop, okay? Have a rest and then get back into it. Very good. We're halfway. Keep those pulses going. Doing good. I think this is the toughest one of the lot for those external muscles in our tummy. 15 seconds to go. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're heading towards the roof. Good. Don't worry about my head. I'm trying to look at you guys. Good. In 5 seconds, we're going to go into leg extensions. Good. Arms up, legs out, and extending out. Push that lower back into the floor as hard as you can. You'll feel your tummy activate. Okay. Arms straight up. Coming back to neutral. You don't want your legs tucked too far in unless you need to support that lower back. Good. Just extend out as far as you can. If you can extend further out and further down, go for it. But that lower back has to be firmly pressed into the ground. Good. 15 seconds to go. Then we're going to stay the same with the legs. We're going to incorporate the upper body as well. Real tough one, bicycles. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now alternating. Side, 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 side. If that's too difficult, you can always pop your legs down and alternate out, okay? If that's too easy, there's one in between, which is just alternating with the legs up. Pick out what's best for you and go with it, guys. Maybe you can adjust halfway through. No big deal. Good. Breathe. Posture. Tummy tight. Be mindful that you're not feeling anything through that lower back. 15 seconds to go. Good. Next we're going to come up onto all four. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Onto all four. Knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders, and alternating Supermans. Good. Perfect, guys. A natural curve in your spine, okay? You don't want too much arch, you don't want to be rounded. Lock it in, and that doesn't change, okay? A bit of breathe. And keep checking where those hands and legs are coming back to, okay? You want to make sure they're coming back underneath the shoulders and underneath those hips. Good. We're going a little bit easier one next. Give you a little bit of a rest before the finale. So we're going to round our back and arch our back. Okay, let's go. So, rounding your back, arching your back. Big, slow, controlled movements. Round, arch. Big deep breaths. Push down and arch as much as you can. And then push up and round as much as you can. This is a great one to do day to day, guys. If I've been at the desk for any more than an hour or so, jump down on the ground, grab a mat, do this one, 30 seconds to a minute, and your spine will love you for it. Just gets in that full range of motion. Remember, we don't do good sitting still. That's not what we're built for. Good, we're nearly there, guys. We're gonna sit down next into a V hold. Good, and over we go. V hold, we've done this one before, and pulsing back. Now, the further you come back, the harder it is, but keep in mind, you want your back arched, okay, and you want to be controlling through that tummy. All right, shoulders down and back, chin up, Very good. I want you to keep your feet on the ground for this one, okay? Because I want you to make it harder by just how far back you go, not by lifting your feet, okay? Concentrate on that breath. Really push your tummy on this one. This is the last one. Very good, we're nearly there. Good, arch that back. 10 seconds. Good, if you can push it a little bit harder. Good, 3, 2, 1, and done. Very, very, very good. Okay, next I want you to grab the backs of your legs and pull down towards your knees. So it's more about your upper body coming closer to your legs rather than reaching out, okay? Just want to lengthen the spine here, okay? Remember, we want to keep our friendship really good with that lower back. We don't want to annoy it because it comes back to bite. Good, big deep breaths. Good, I want you to do one more. So we've lengthened the spine that way. Now, I want you to come onto your tummy and I want you to arch up as far as you can, all right? Now, all of you are gonna have different levels, okay, of your spine's flexibility. Make sure your hips are on the ground, that's key. If you end up like this, it's too far and you're not getting the benefit, okay? I want you to keep your hips on the ground and chin up, big deep breaths. You shouldn't feel any pain in your lower back. If you do, just back it off a touch, okay? You can even come down onto your elbows if you want. And push up, very good. All right, hope the tummy's thumping right now, and I hope you enjoyed that. Well done, guys. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, and I hope your tummy is as sore and as worked as mine is. I just want to remind you to be very careful with that one, especially if you're going to repeat it. We're only working one group of muscles here or in this area. So they will fatigue, okay, and remember they can turn into negative. So if you start getting those pains in the wrong areas, time to stop, time to give it a rest. You can always come back to this one, remember. That brings me to me wanting you guys to focus even more than usual, okay? That's why we do it slow and controlled, so that we're able to pick up on any niggles that are even a tiny bit there before they become a bigger issue, okay? We don't want you to hurt yourself. That's the key. All right, today's tip, very relevant in this climate. We're starting to see a movement in the restrictions and seeing them ease. Now we've got clear guidelines from the government, being federal and state. You guys are very smart, okay? You guys have a lot of common sense. You've been around long enough now that you know how to make your own decisions. Use your own common sense. Make some of your own decisions. Be smart about this, all right? Most of you, from what I've heard, are quite conservative, which is fantastic. But hey, now we're able to see our families, now we're able to see our friends. Great, use it. But just like myself, I'm trying to use my own common sense and not just go by what I see on the news or what I see on social media. I always take it back, reevaluate it, and make sure I'm okay with it. Thanks, guys. Bye.